Okay, screen paint using ambient rejection technology gain times 8. Today, I displayed a plexiglass screen that was coated with something called a Supreme 8 Invisible. So, let me unplug my controller real quick. So that technology basically allows you to be able to turn any surface such as plexiglass or anything you want into a front and rear black screen. That was the screen we displayed. I thought it'd be pretty cool to just frog tape the corners so that way you get a invisible and completely invisible clear transparent clear transparent border. So hopefully, if I have the time, because we've been a bit overwhelmed with orders, and I have several big plans with some companies coming up. I can't disclose what's going on, but it's gonna be a quite interesting couple of weeks. Pretty cool to check out. I'm gonna actually double side the LED lights inside, so that'd be cool. All right, so first things first, let's pull up the video so you can actually see. Now, those who've been asking me about that particular screen, it has to be applied with a paint sprayer. The coating is much different than the spray paint itself. I'm sorry, not spray paint, but the screen paint itself. It has to be sprayed on. Actually, the best paint sprayer to use is a Wagner 150 because it's a stain sprayer and it's a more controlled sprayer. It does take multiple coats to turn the screen dark. So let me go over here real quick. And this was only developed for companies only. They were only allowed companies to be to get access to this technology. But we start making it available for customers because we had some customers that were actually taking plexiglass and they were designing wraparound screens around their pools because these screens are completely, the chemical itself is weatherproof, but it's a plexiglass screen. So this is the video actually I first displayed it. We had this technology for at least about 3 years. So you can see the screen is completely black. So what this does is it allows you to have a projector of 4,300 lumens could nail this screen and you wouldn't have any form of projector lamp glare. And that means any glare that's coming off the projector will basically hit the screen. You won't see that very annoying glare on the other end. We're doing that in 235.1 using my projector. Is my sound bar on? Oh, no. I just got the volume down. I don't want to hear my own voice right now. Let me hear my voice. I hear my voice and hear my voice. And as you can see, like, it has that transparent border, which is freaking cool. So yeah, the application has to be installed with the paint sprayer. The paint sprayer we choose to use is a Wagner 150, which is a controlled stain sprayer. The screen takes anywhere from 1 to 2 applications due to the fact that how dark you want the screen, the more applications you can install. That one actually was 3 applications to get the screen that dark. And it does have ambient light rejection technology, which will allow you to be able to use the screen outside or inside if you want commercial lighting and so forth. Can be used with projectors as low as 1100 lumens. Outside, we're going to be doing some demonstrations outside on the transparent front and rear black screen. Outside, it requires projectors of 3000 lumens and up. Now, not only is this what size is it made? This one right here is just a custom. It's a screen paint, so it's not an actual screen. It's a screen paint that allows you to do that. The size of that screen for that piece of plexiglass measures in at a 50-inch screen at 235.1. That's what I'm using on the projector right there. This stuff sells for around, and keep in mind, like I said, if you're seeing reconnection issues, I do apologize because I have them from time to time here. But it was only available for companies at one point. We only make it by the gallon because that's how it's designed. But price for that for a gallon, let me go to the website real quick. We have we posted this video today. We're somewhere now up to around, maybe somebody just came in and ordered 60 gallons of this stuff. So I don't know what they're going to do with it, but it's interesting. I want to find out. From the UK. This stuff is only available on our website. You have to go to our website to order it. It's the only way you can get it. A 1 gallon will paint up to a 200-inch screen. So it's only sold by the gallons only. But let me give you the price point on it. If we still have it. All right, so 1 gallon is around $4.88. That's what 1 gallon costs for this stuff. It's a one coat. Actually, no, it's more than that. The reason why, because when we had, like I said, we've had this stuff for quite some time. So when we first developed this technology, it was straight black. I mean, period, straight black. And we had some customers saying they didn't want the screen that dark. They wanted to be to control exactly the applications and how dark they wanted the screen. So this technology was designed a little different that allows the customer to be able to apply more applications he applies, the darker the image becomes. Very, very cool to look at. I'm going to be doing some more demonstrations on it. I just basically just flashed that one demonstration to show you, but I've been getting flooded with emails, people asking me all these questions about how many applications does it take, what kind of projectors can it perform on it, the lumens. So let me show you right here what I mean by we've had this stuff for quite some time. This is just a more advanced version of it. Let's see, let's go with space, and let's go with rear. Rear. Oops, that's the wrong way of spelling it. And it's right there, rear. But mainly this stuff is used for advertising because they can put projectors behind it and they can basically cloak the projector. You can't see it. Oh, my fault. And keep in mind, it is best to apply to anything transparent, because if you spray this stuff on something that's non-transparent, there's just no point because you're not going to get the full effect of it. So anything transparent like glass, plexiglass, vinyl, anything that's transparent, you can actually spray it onto. Yeah, this is one of them. This is the one we had under luminous. This is, people were using it for Halloween paint because, like I say, you can pretty much take these screens and you can actually hide them. Hey, how you doing? How we doing? How we doing? All right, this is interesting. This is a screen we designed. We called it the Tron screen. This is way, way, way back. This is one we had I got my first house. This was a screen we developed. It was a blackout cloth material that would allow you to be able to design your own rear projection screen outside. Yeah, 4,200 lumens. That's a very good projector. I saw your order come through. So we're getting that ready. We're packing it up and getting ready to ship that out the door. That will, just to let you know, that one's going to be shipped by FedEx, so you'll probably get a lot sooner. Because usually every once in a while we ship packages by FedEx. Let's see what's going on with the remote control here. We got sound going on. So that was the material that we were working on. Oh yeah, tested that projector. Actually, I found one of my older projectors. Yeah, the paint, man. I can't say too much. We had talks today with a very big company about that screen paint. I can't say the company that's involved because I don't want to let on too much that's going on. But they ordered 2 gallons of the product, and they're going to be doing some tests. Actually, our product could show up on a very interesting site that does projections. So that'd be pretty cool, you know, to have our paint up there. Oh, all right. This is, you ever paint an inflatable bed? We did it already. You can paint an inflatable bed. I should do one next week. Paint it black inflatable bed. But you can do them. Let me see. This right here. I don't hear my voice. I had a neighbor who wanted to have an inflatable screen. Yeah, my lens was very dirty. It's rare that I clean my lens on my camera. And I had people tell me, clean your lens, clean your lens. I would never clean it. I just did not care to clean it. Let's see, is that the right one? Did I hit the right one? Nope, got the wrong one. There we go. That's an air mattress that was coated. If that screen, it was probably, if that screen looked like it was actually 4 feet by 8 feet. That's when we were actually using carbonated cardboard, or it's a name for it. It's a form of plastic cardboard. That's where you can use that for screens too. Now, keep in mind, a friend of mine wants to do plexiglass, and plexiglass, if those of you are thinking about doing a plexiglass screen, they are expensive, and I mean very expensive. I did a plexiglass screen. It cost me like $200 to get it from Home Depot and Lowe's, and it's not exactly a very easy screen to attach to your wall. Plexiglass can be extremely heavy. So he was thinking about going to a yeah, I'll have that in a few minutes. He was thinking about going to a shop and having them basically pre-drill holes in the wall, pre-drill holes in the plexiglass. Don't do that, because exactly that particular that company won't know exactly where the studs are in your wall. It may sound like a good idea, but you'll be punching holes into an expensive piece of plexiglass. And keep in mind, you know where the studs are, but they don't. So you don't want to go down that road. So keep in mind, plexiglass is very heavy. That's why we did all this stuff, right? That's why we came with wallpaper screens. The wallpaper screens are very thin. I mean, pretty much you can just stick it to your wall using duct tape. They're very, very thin. But plexiglass, on the other hand, is very, very expensive. So before the plexiglass, there was something called congregated cardboard. It's actually like a kind of plastic cardboard, and it's actually 4 feet by 8 feet. It'll cost you around $13 over at Home Depot. If you decide to get it online at Home Depot, you can get like maybe like 10 sheets of it for around $109. At one point, the screen right now, the great big one, the wallpaper, 4 by 8. This is 4 by 8, which actually does to 69, 1610, and 235.1. These are wallpaper screens. Yeah, that's a wallpaper screen. Wallpaper screens are 4 by 6. Hopefully, and it's a big hopefully, we can get the machine. I know the machine they use to, it's not what's the word for it? It's not plexiglass. It's actually a bit of a plastic mixture. That's what these screens are made of, a form of plastic mixture. But we're hoping to get a machine so we can make wallpaper screens bigger than 100 inches. Now, if we're able to get our hands on this machine, that means we can maximize the size of our screens, which means I can do 120, 150, a 235.1. We can customize our own wallpaper screens, but right now I'm at the mercy of the manufacturer. The manufacturer actually designs the surface for us. For some reason, doesn't want to make 120 inch, and we offer to pay so we can do it ourselves. That right there is an air mattress. That's an air mattress coated in our old technology. But let's go over here and try to find the black screens. We've had them like for quite some time. Oh, that's another one. Here we go. This is the technology when we develop these black screens. You see how the paint on my floor is a lot of mess. Let me see if I can bring it out. All right, here we go. And this one we actually painted one. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this is old technology. We had some problems with it where basically it didn't come out of the paint sprayer fast enough. The application wasn't smooth enough. The stuff we have now is much better, much faster to apply. Let's move a little faster. This will take forever. Go a little farther up. There we go. I hate that. Oh, that was nano. That was black nanotechnology. Hold on. Technology. Sorry if I'm reconnecting. I do apologize. That stuff is old technology. No. No. You have to understand. When you are doing rear projection screen technology, you never ever want to use a roller. A roller will, put it this way, the formula that they make for any form of rear projection screen is like milk. It's very, very thin. So if you use any form of roller, you will automatically streak the screen. On top of that, rollers have material and fabrics on them. This will be applied to the surface. This is a transparent screen. So when an image punches out the other side, you're going to be to see those little fragments. So it's best when anytime you do a transparent screen, it has to be done with a sprayer. And any company that develops anything transparent will always advise for you to use a sprayer. Never ever use with a roller. You will streak the daylights out of it, and a lot of you not. Let me see. Let's see if we can find out. Come on, go back. Oh. Yeah, it's in the front projector, yeah. Anytime I don't have rear projection. You can use the front projection, same as rear projection. You want a little trick? You know when you see the storefront displays, I actually saw this. I got a chance to install our screen paint on a storefront. Now, usually one of the problems they have with using crystal clear, when you use a crystal clear formula, because they want something where customers can actually see inside the glass window, and they want something where you can see objects out, but you can see this little screen floating on the glass. That's what these usually stores want. Some of the things I learned when actually going over and doing installments for storefronts, I looked at the projectors. Now, because here's the kicker. It's called lamp glare. So when that projector hits that screen, you got this blinding light pushing through the other end, which is pretty much going to smack you dead in the face if you actually look at the window. So what they use an ultra short throw projector, because an ultra short throw projector can't produce lamp glare because it reflects off another lens. So if you look at an ultra short throw, there's the original lamp as you see, and there's a reflective area. It's actually bouncing off one and then rebouncing off another off the reflective surface onto your screen. That cancels out the lamp glare. A lot of you not. You check it out for yourself. As a matter of fact, I showed off a trick on how you can take an everyday mirror and design your own short throw projector out of a long throw projector. You're just redirecting the image off the glass and onto the wall, but it actually cancels out lamp glare when they use for ultra short throw projectors for storefront windows. Let's see. Here we go. It's called a mirror trick. This is the short throw projector mirror trick. This is how you turn an everyday projector into a short throw. Let me see if I got this. I did one with a tutorial showing how to do it. Let me see, want to make sure. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is the one with the tutorial on it. All right, so there's my projector, my NEC that's bouncing off the glass. It's going to bounce off the glass and it's going to hit the screen behind it, the wall behind it, or the screen behind it. So all it does is just involves keystone, and it just involves, yeah, it involves your keystone. You have to make sure your automatic keystone is off. Automatic keystone automatically has to be off to do this trick. Because when you take the mirror automatically is going to be on a slant. So when the image hits the mirror, it's going to bounce back and hit the wall. It's going to be on a slant. So you have to adjust that with your keystone. See, as I'm seeing the line, just adjust it, and that's it. Now you'll lose just a little bit of the color, but not by much that you won't really notice it. Just a little bit. Let's see. So today, digging up in the attic, I was lucky. I found my sample sheets, which I thought I lost, which means now I have my DMP Supernova sample sheets, because I want to do contrast demonstrations against the Elite Dark Stone, which is at $3,000 sample sheets on my Elites upstairs. Also found my DMP Supernova Seymour AV's Matinee Black, so that way I can show you the contrast on these screens versus our technology. All right. Okay. Those you've been asking me about the camera lens, because people have been asking me about a camera lens. So this right here is how you get the 235.1, and like I said, it's up to you if you want to do it. But since ViewSonic does have a projector that's 235.1, it kind of defeats the purpose if you don't have to do it now. But basically, it allows you to take a wide angle camera lens, put it in front of a projector, and it will give you a widescreen format like 235.1. Those you've been asking me where you get the camera lens from, you can get them at Amazon for $25 to $25 to $45. So there is Brookstone 720p projector set at 16.9. And chances are I'm probably talking a lot in that one. So this is the image. Let me see. So then you bring the lens up, you get the widescreen. So I'll post some of these links at the bottom so you can see it for yourself. And see how big the image gets when I take the lens and put it over top of it. So all it does is basically a wide camera lens to be able to well, the mirror trick, the only thing the mirror trick does, it basically allows you to short throw your projector. That's all it does. Image quality is going to drop a little bit. Brightness may drop a little bit, but it just allows you to be able to get a shorten the distance, to give you a bigger screen from a shorter distance. Because I was doing that before I had a short throw projector, and I couldn't at the time couldn't afford $300 or $400 for a short throw. So someone was telling me about the mirror trick, and I tested that for myself, and it worked out fantastic. Just nobody was doing any demonstrations on showing you how to do it. All right, now you see how the lens is wider now. It actually expands the lens, expands it. That right there is what the wide camera angle does. But as I said before, the problem with it, you see that kind of U right there? See that kind of U bouncing back and forth, or that U area right there bouncing back and forth? That's the problem you have with it. It takes a bit to adjust it. And you have to have the projector in 1610 to do it. The lens would cost you somewhere around 25 to, like I said, $45. Just get to 25 because there's no difference in it at all. That's without, and that's with the lens. This is just stuff you can experiment on. You know, I actually did this for a curved screen too. And this is when I used to develop silver and gray screen paint. I used to make this stuff. All right. If I could find a video, I got a pretty cool video. We actually did a curved screen. Let's see if we can find the curved screen here. Gaming screen. Oh my goodness. I actually painted glass. Check this out. You'll like this one. So I got bored one day and I decided to paint a screen on glass to see what would happen. This was a screen paint we developed called, I think it was called Fusion Silver. And you could actually put a projection screen on a mirror. Like I said, things you do when you're bored. Hold on, let me see if I can bypass all this. Here we go. Now that invisible technology, that black screen you saw, is the one that it actually has 3 versions of it. There's a crystal clear version, there's a silver version of it, and then there's the black version of it. It comes in 3 different colors. The silver version is designed, you could paint this on glass, like mirrors and stuff like that. I'm gonna do me another mirror projection screen, I think, this week. I'm gonna go down and buy me a great big old mirror and just basically coat a screen on it. Here we go. Here's one right here. This is the other one. This was done with the Kumi. Now, mind you, this is when I first started my company. See the large mirror right there? That's a Kumi pocket projector right there. I'm using the short throw mirror trick. Watch this. On a Kumi projector. When you turn around, you'll see out the size of the screen. I got off this little tiny projector off that mirror right there. Make sure I'm not. So that's the image that I pull off on that little tiny projector. So the trick about the short throw mirror trick, it just involves keystone, that's all. You got to slant the mirror just a little bit, but you have to make sure that the image on your projector has to fit within the mirror. And there's a whole lot of tricks you can do with projectors. Also, too, I had people, when you mount a projector to a ceiling, I know a friend of mine was into Dungeons and Dragons. So what they were doing, they were actually taking the projector that was mounted to the ceiling, they were projecting the image right down to the table. That way they can change their maps at will. Like I said, it's a whole lot of stuff, man, you can do with projectors. That's what we're doing now. Let's see if we can find that curved screen. We did a curved screen using a wide angle camera lens and using wide angle camera lens and using a Let's see, curved gaming screen. It should be curved gaming screen. 1610 Keystone, and we used a wide angle camera lens to pull it off. I used a 2000 lumen projector to do it. Here we go, see if you can find it here. That was done using something called carbonated cardboard. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a plastic cardboard that is very flexible. But it's like it's a plastic cardboard. It's very flexible. But this was done using a $50 projector, one $50 projector. Somebody thought we were using two projectors. Actually, it's one $50 projector, a wide angle camera lens, and Keystone to pull off that effect. I think what I'm gonna do on our website, we're gonna put tutorials on our website on because there's a lot of cool stuff, man. You can do with a projector, man. You don't have to have two, well, depending on the size of the screen. If you're gonna do something massive, you may have to have two projectors to do it. 120-inch screen. If you're gonna use, if it's wallpaper, we don't make them. We don't. The wallpapers only come in at 4 feet by 8 feet, so that'd be 106-inch. There you go. That's another one. This screen was if you buy material, it comes on a plastic roll. Well, okay, think of it as a skateboard ramp. There was a roll on this side, a roll on that side, and in the middle, it was basically Velcro to the wall to make the screen curve. Same thing, same scenario. Keystone and using, let me move this a little farther. Keystone to right here. So I show you. Actually, it wasn't a plastic roll. It was actually the tape. So when you're finished with the tape, that's the plastic cardboard, as you can see right there. When you finish and you run out of tape, that's what it was. It was Velcro to the wall to do it. It's just stuff to see what I can. Sorry about the reconnections. I don't know why I'm getting reconnections. I'm like right by it. And here we go right there. I'm showing you the lens. See how the lens is sitting up there? Anyway. All right, so that's an old NEC projector. That right there, you're seeing the lens. That's a lens from a camera, a wide angle camera. Let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. I got to. So I'm showing you with and without it. So when I moved it away, you see how small the image got, and when I put the lens in front of it, how big the image got. So let me see if I can get out of the whole talking theory. Come on. So I'm going to show the video. There you go. And that screen was made by using carbonated cardboard, two empty rolls of tape to curve the screen, Velcroed in the center. I use a $50 projector and a $25 wide angle camera lens to make that screen, to actually make it curve. All right. Trying to find the gaming one. We had a gaming one that did, but I can't think of the name of it. Let me. This is one we actually did right here too. That's another one that was built in the basement. Just trying to find that gaming screen. The gaming screen was freaking amazing. Nah, I can't go through my selections. Trust me, I'll never find it. This one. Yeah. That's another curved one that was built. Same scenario. And it's just one projector that does it. That's it. Wow. That's when I was working in a little tiny basement. I was happy. It was a blessing. I went from that room. It was a blessing because I was working in a little tiny room when I first started off. And then I moved to this house and made that little tiny basement. Whew. Long way, man. Long way. All right. Here we go. I got one right here. This one right here. This is when we're doing black curved screens. Same projector. Let me see if we get this a little bit more. Okay, the screen is black. I'll put all my info. I think my information is posted. If my information is not posted in there, I'll put all the information exactly where you can get the screen front paint, where you can buy it. Keep in mind, like I said, the wallpaper screens don't come. They only come at 100-inch. We're not going to be able to get that. Those bigger screens. Probably we won't be getting until next year because that piece of equipment that actually makes these screens is really expensive. That's my freaking cell phone going off. Sorry about that if you had headsets on and that horn just went off in your ears. That's the black curve we did right there. Man, there's so many screens, man. Curve. This was another one that was done, another curved screen that was done. Oh, man. All right, this was a screen called out curve. The screen is actually bent outwards. So instead of bending the screen inward, I was kind of curious what a screen would look like if you bend it outward, the opposite way of curve. It came out pretty cool too. But you can't bend it too far in because if you bend it too far in, you have to be to see the edges, including the center. And you can do all this by using I think it's carbon. I gotta think of the name of this stuff, man. Congregated. I think it's congregated cardboard. But congregated cardboard, they only make it by 8. Majority, most of the stuff they make like this is 4x8. Now, if you try to get plexiglass outside 4x8, that means they don't make it thin. They're gonna make it thicker, and the thicker it is, the more expensive it's gonna be, the heavier it's gonna be, and it is a pain in the neck to hang this stuff. But that's the route you don't want to go. There we go. Found it. Here we go. This is the one we did. There you go. This was using a $50 projector. This is a new black technology we're working on. We used a $50 projector and we used a wide angle camera lens to do this. Everybody thought we had 2 projectors when we were doing this. It was only one projector that was doing it. And it was running, or we were doing it keystone. So we keystone the projector. Then we put not only did we keystone it, but we actually propped the projector up so it was more like on a slant. And then we actually adjust the keystone and use the wide angle camera lens to make the screen curve. This is why somebody thought we're using warp software. No warp software. This is all done by adjusting the keystone 6, having the projector in 1610, and using a wide camera lens. Telling people, if I hang up on you twice, that means I am on camera. I never could understand that one. All right, enough about this. Let's go still have some fun with the screen. Boom. I love playing the game system on the screen. This screen is freaking amazing. This is what we're doing now. Borderlands. Do I have my volume up for this? My soundbar activated. My soundbar. I swear. Every every time I turn around, someone's always in my room touching stuff. Like, leave stuff the freak alone. It's not your freaking area. Don't touch it. That's the whole purpose of me freaking designing my wife our own freaking gaming room, so she doesn't have to be in my gaming room touching my stuff. Sometimes she'll disconnect my soundbar and put it in her room. Literally, why? I don't know why. You have your own soundbar. I actually designed her gaming room for her. That thing lights up pretty much purple. This is what I'm talking about. Remember I told you about that the trick I was showing you how to get as much of the as much as the oh my goodness, I forgot those purple freaking stones, man. My uranium, right? Remember I told you just had to keep going in and out of the boss, because every time you go in and if you reset or come out of your menu, you got to go through freaking watching Claptrap dance across. Actually get as much of those uranium crystals are basically to just log in and out of the freaking boss. Only thing I'm a bit disappointed is that I don't know why in this particular in Borderlands 3 is they keep giving you like the same every time I go to a vault. I have weapons higher that are in the vault. That doesn't make any sense. Like the weapons in the vaults are garbage. I'm using most. They are garbage. I'm insane. They're insane to take down. But freaking once you get in there, there's no. It just should be all legendary weapons in there, man. Because you got to work your behind off to get into a vault. And they're not easy bosses to take down. When you get in there, you're like, wow, I own this already, or this is more powerful than I got weapons over here that are more powerful than this. Other than that, I love the freaking game. It's amazing. It is freaking amazing. If you haven't played it yet, please go out and get it. I still have DLCs I haven't gotten through yet. And take the time. You see the little question marks popping up. You may want to take the time to actually, toy with those, because that's how you get very, very weapons. As a matter of fact, one of the weapons I had that allows you to shoot fire and ice at the same time, that thing is freaking amazing. There's another boss on here that's got a legendary weapon, and I gotta figure out where he's at. Oh yeah, I'm driving. You need for me to drive? No. Walk. Yeah, walk. As a matter of fact, I got a mission I gotta do. More shards, to tell you the truth. What's this right here? All right, I need more shards. And I actually need more. So I'm gonna go mine me some more shards. Which I need more, because I'm gonna buy something else in that shop. He's got some skin in there I want to buy. But for right now, I should get this other mission done right here. And if I do this, it's probably gonna be a bit of a spoiler alert for somebody who hasn't gotten to this point yet. Let me see. Let me go mine. Let's go through the hard way through the carnival. Oh. Carnival. Let's do the carnival. You know, in the carnival, there's a roller coaster you can ride in this game, right? You got to find it, but there's actually literally a roller coaster that you can actually ride around on. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but yeah, there's actually a roller coaster. Literally found a roller coaster. I got to figure out exactly where it was at. You can actually ride this roller coaster. Let's see if we can find the roller coaster. Where's that freaking roller coaster at? I'm going to post my email. If you want to know anything about our screens, I'm going to post my email. Feel free to contact me. And, you know, I'll help you out with whatever project that you're working on. It's just a particular project where I can get it to for you for cheaper. I'll leave all that information right there. I'm just showing off the wallpaper screens. A lot of people, when I was doing demonstrations on the wallpaper screens, some people were asking for actual gameplay, and you know that's why I started doing actual gameplay on here, so people can see exactly what the screens look like. So you can see how beautiful it looks, the colors and all that good stuff. Trying to find that crazy, just a roller coaster. Like you can actually ride that roller coaster right there. I'm just trying to figure out how to get up there. I remember how I got there last time. I think I got to be outside this board. So let's leave outside of here and see if we can find a roller coaster, because you can actually ride that roller coaster. I would try to get the Ferris wheel, but for some reason I just can't seem to get up on the Ferris wheel. But you can actually literally ride the roller coaster. It's a bit of a game. I don't know what you win, because there's all kinds of weird games in Borderlands, but there's all these targets, and I'm going to find out what happens if you hit all the targets. There's also something about if you tip Moxie like 100,000 or something, she does something weird, but I don't really... Wait, I do have 100,000. Hey, you too. Oh, by the way, your projector, buddy. Good thing you popped in here real quick. It's downstairs. It's packed up in the box. We're gonna be shipping that by FedEx, just to let you know. So I have the remote control and everything for you, and I also have that 9x12 blackout claw for you, so you can start getting set up. But got you taken care of already. All right. that's a long way down to nowhere. That doesn't sound good. This is all I use. I love this weapon. Literally got this from doing a side mission, and I don't know what it was. It was some kind of strange ogre. Yeah, it's not a problem. Like I said, if you have a problem with the projector, I'll send you another one. It's not a problem at all. Die. Die. That thing just would not go down. Now, where the heck is that freaking roller coaster at? Yeah, I'll just send you out another one. It's not a problem. And I just tell people just keep the other projector. You know, you don't have to send it back to us. Just keep it. I can't wait. Not this year, but next year. We're going to be 3D printing screens. That's all I can tell you. You do the math. Like, how the freak are you 3D printing a screen? You do the math. I can't tell you what we're doing, how it's going to be done, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, let me see. Please tell me that's a roller coaster. Oh. Yeah, I got to do your mission. I don't know what you're all about, but you are freaking me out. This is another place you can get guns right there, but, you know, probably already know that one already. Oh, money. I'll tell you something I would love to see again, man. I want to see BioShock, man. I want to see another BioShock. I love freaking BioShock. What is this over here? All right. All right. Man, that is some freaky looking stuff, man. I don't know what this either. This is another game they got on here too. I tell you, they got some weird games on here, man. I don't even know what that's. Oh, I need. No, if you got any questions, ask away. If it doesn't have to, I'm just sitting here just having a little fun. That's all. But if you want something you want to ask me a question about projection screens or whatever, you know what I mean, not a problem. I gotta start playing this online. Then I can use the gun. It's funny, like, this gun will not give you legendary weapons. Like, you can get a rare, But you can't get legendary. Ooh, that's $9,000. Do I got any room in my pouch? I want to sell that. There's no vending machines around here either. No, no vending machines. Ah, well, whatever. Where are these guns? Guns. Yeah, that's the gun. Let's make it rain guns. Well, that's pretty fun. Free guns. See, like I said, no legendaries. You can't get legendaries out of the gun. No matter how many times you fire it off. No legendaries. Not one. Now, mind you, when I watched the previews on this, right, they were talking about the gun will launch legendary weapons. It's not true. If anybody tells you that you can get legendary weapons out of a gun, it's not true. Look at all these weapons I just shot out of this gun. Not one legendary weapon. Not one. It's not true. You can't get weapons out of the gun. Can't get... There's no legendary weapons. Not one. Well, I'm telling you, if I was playing online and you didn't have any guns, knock yourself out. All right, I'm coming out of here because this is oh. And somebody once told me my screen was gray. This is gray to you. Look at the contrast. This is real. So, mind you, you're actually seeing real black contrast. I love these black screens. Oh, man. Yeah, I would like to have a 120-inch wallpaper screen. I would love it. I'm going to bring an ultra short, though, in here. 1080p ultra short, though, in here. And yes, if I could...
Select a vehicle. Interceptor. Boost and rush to earn points for your team.
Oh, yes. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that.
You win. Get ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, yeah. Under the trees. Oh, we're all in this one. Really? Seriously? Oh, it's gotta be like that today. Damn it. That's me kicking the camera. Sorry about that. Getting screwed? Of course. Yes. Got screwed. Majorly got screwed. Well, I still got it anyway. I did that one. Let's go check out some videos. Let's see a movie demonstration trailer on here. Let's do
Throws and completes. Pass caught by Hayden Hurst. You're referencing on Sunday on first down. Jensen keeps, carries, off he goes.
A loss of yardage in fourth down, and what they have gone for is a big broken tackle.
Lamar keeps, he's got the record. Second down. And
Okay,
five.
so
Is Ingram.
let's go have a look.
Touchdown.
So I'm just playing a bit of random of just everything on here because it just gives you an idea of
Carried by Bell. And Le'Veon Bell
what you can do with the screens. Keep in mind, like I said, Super Bowl's coming up. Those you're gonna have Super Bowls at your house. You can watch the game, fully lit environment on your screen.
Darnold is swallowed up. Ficken, who won the game last week against the Dolphins, hits one that is no good.
Going to stop this explosive offense.
Here is Ingram, great blocking out in front. And a big carry down near the 30.
Still got a good chance he'll keep this.
There he goes. Right up the gut. What? On on first down and goal. Jackson throws it pass, caught for the touchdown. Miles Boykin.
When I saw that flash on my screen, I thought my projector was dying. I was going to freak out over here, but it wasn't the projector.
Makes the man miss.
Woo!
Darnold steps through some of the trouble.
Really doesn't make a difference. Lights on. Lights off. Doesn't make a difference.
Take it down inside the 20. Little stutter step and out of bounds. Second.
So let's try some boxing highlights.
Welcome here to Curious Saudi Arabia. Alongside Chris Mannix, I'm Anthony Emberg. It's great to have you with us. Obviously, as boxing fans, we can't wait to see what unfolds. But first and foremost, Chris, could you ever expected this? You and I were in garbage bags here in the rain. It seems like every time.
That black contrast plays a role in everything, even sports.
Not so much here. As you mentioned, great weather all
That
week.
black level is something you have to have.
Something like that tonight, but
Let's get to the fight. Here we go.
if you notice, he's flicking that jab with speed. He's not putting a lot of power into it because if you put power behind jabs and you miss, you fall off balance. That's when you get trapped. Right there with the, Joshua seems to have some blood now over his left arm. Let's try to see exactly where that cut was. That's a hard jab from Ruiz, doubling up on that. Now he's not cut yet. I didn't see exactly how he got cut, Sergio, did you? That jab might have been it. Minute to go here in round 6. Anthony Joshua seemingly winning every round in a beautiful.
I wanted to go see in Atlantic City Iron Mike Tyson. That was the fastest fight I've ever seen in my entire life. A lot of money to see a fight and just like that. I didn't get a chance to sit down and enjoy my food.
Full of confidence, springing a step, fighting behind the jab. Sticking to the strategy. You saw Ruiz there lunging. Oh, he eats a right hand. Beautiful right on Joshua. And training with the hook, that was dangerous. Joshua.
All right, let's go pop into, let's see. I'm trying to pull all sports up in majority. Anybody here in the NASCAR? Trying to pick something for everybody. Let's do, hold on for a minute. Well, that's a bit freaky. Oh, man. Can't wait for this movie. This movie's going to be freaking insane about the video games. Yeah. But I don't want to hit that because that might be too new. Let's try something that won't get me nailed. I'll do this one. Can't give up the new one on this one.
Introducing Skechers Megacraft sneakers.
Uh-oh.
Megacraft is the digital high-tech sneaker for those who...
All right, everybody, stand down.
A sunbar.
That little witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her. You're smarter than her. You're Bruce Banner. Right. Don't mention Puny Banner. In the back? Dick move, Banner.
Option to watch movies with my lights on if I choose. You gotta think about that right there. Don't have to sit in the dark if I don't want to.
Go to sleep, go to sleep. We're gonna get you out of town. Not that way, not that way. Come on, Bruce, you gotta work with me.
Yeah, you gotta work with you. That's Bruce. Let's bring up let's bring up Q. Where's Richmond come at? Q. 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 There we go. Your comment got you blocked, big freak. Or freak show, whatever your name is. Gotta come on with a little bit of respect. If you can't respect the channel, you gotta go. Sorry. Everybody comes on here is pretty polite. You got individuals that come in here with insulting comments, I gotta remove you. So when people complain and say, hey, he always blocks us, well, if you come on here disrespectful, you gotta go. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the 106 wallpaper projection screen. These screens are flexible, very easy to hang. It does come with the Scotch double-sided tape. Also, too, the screens are actually ultra short though compatible, and they're also fully weatherproof, so you can use for indoor and outdoor. I have a customer, actually, we have them in two kits, so we have a few customers that came in and bought the two screens for $588. So they have the screens inside, outside the house. Some are actually using Velcro, so they got their screens Velcro to the wall, so they can take them off, roll them up, and they can take them someplace else. They are portable, so you can roll the screen up and take it where you want to take it. And this is a pre-coated surface, which means there's no painting, there's no tools. You take it out the box, you stick it to your wall, you're done. That's it. Sorry about that. Those are calls I'm getting. Came in the house and saw that in the corner, I would freak out. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. funny thing about your buddy Crow, and I'm going to say this one time, I don't do demonstrations in the dark. If you look at my technology, fully lit environment, you can see all the objects in my environment. And keep in mind, a black screen can pull contrast. His screen can't. Enough said. Let's move on. We always get those ones in there from time to time. They come in and they try to basically, this is what I'm talking about. When people get upset, when people get blocked off my channel, that's the reason why. I got those that'll come in very respectful. You're more than welcome. And we got ones that come in that just want to carry on and act up. Now, they don't get the big picture. People don't want to sit in the dark in their living rooms. They just don't want to. They want to be able to treat a projection screen just like a TV. Why spend the money for a projector? Why spend the money for a screen if you're just going to be sitting in the dark all day? You might just buy a TV and be done with it. So here you are sitting watching me in live. You can see all the objects in my environment. All my lights are on. The colors are beautiful. They're vivid. They don't wash out. They don't fade. And I had someone say, well, you're using a 4300 lumen projector. I don't want to sit in a dark environment. So if majority of your demonstrations are being done in the dark and your customer demonstrations are being done in the dark, then that's where you're going to be at, sitting in the dark. That's all to it. People don't want that. They don't want to sit in the dark. Come Super Bowl, are you going to be sitting in the dark with a bunch of guys watching the game? No. Trying to make second guesses on where the coffee table is. And keep in mind, my projector is not 4K. This is a 1080p projector. I do apologize. Now, as you can see, my screen can produce white levels and black levels. You're not getting... I'm gonna let this play for a minute. I gotta go get something real quick. Okie doke. Let me see. I like this one right here. As a matter of fact, let's do this one. This is contrast. Ooh, take it up. Now, you see this demonstration? The background is supposed to be death, but this is where I tell you, gray screens and white screens can't produce that black background. In order for them to do it, they have to sit in the dark. It's the only way. If I could find what I need to find, and I don't have it. So let me show you something really quick. If I can find it. Chances are I probably won't be able to find it. Now these are some of my samples I found. This is the Elite Dark Star 9. A lot of people don't know about this particular screen, but this is a screen that the Elite Dark, well actually Elite's designed. This is a $3,000 to $5,000 screen right here. Usually when you see Elites, you see Gray Cinema 5D, or you see, take a look at Group for a minute. You see the Gray Cinema 5D, those particular screens, but you never really see, the whatchamacallit. I don't know where I put it at. Very nice gray sample sheet here. Don't have it, so I am going to have to figure out exactly where I put it at. I don't know where I did with it. This is the story of my life. I have stuff and I don't have stuff. Alright, hold on for a minute. Let's do it this way. And we'll take, so you can see for yourself. Now, that right there is a gray sample sheet right there of a projection screen. The background of this is supposed to be black. It can't produce a black image. This is what I've been trying to tell people, that it can't produce black. It doesn't make a difference if it's screen paint, doesn't make a difference if it's a professional projection screen. It can't produce a black image. So it doesn't make a difference if you have a projector that has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. You're never going to see it. It's not there. So let's go over to the star field. This is one of the demonstrations to stay away from, because in a star field, it's going to pick up straight black and white at the same time, the stars and so forth. All right, so there's the star field demonstration right here. And if you notice, it doesn't pick it up because it can't pick up black. The only way that these screens can pick up black is that you have to have it in complete darkness. That's the only way. And even when you have it in darkness, you're just picking up shades of gray. You're not actually seeing black. You think you're seeing black, but you're not. Now, I know this personally because I used to develop light gray screen paint back in the day. And when I would show demonstrations and I look at my older videos where I thought I was seeing black contrast, I wasn't seeing black contrast. I was seeing shades of gray. So let me just turn this for a minute. All right, you can look at grouped over there. If I was smart enough to bring it with me, because sometimes I forget to bring stuff with me that I actually need for demonstrations. I thought I had it with me. I brought down some frog tape with me, but I don't have it with me. This right here is an Elite Dark Star. Don't put the company down in any way whatsoever or disrespect the company of 0.9. All right. And as you can see by looking at it, it's very dark screen, right? Very dark, but it's actually gray, not black. Now you see it. It doesn't produce black. Now, if we were to go in, turn the lights out. You're still seeing gray. But without the black screen behind it, you think you were seeing black. But if any light comes on in the environment, just a little bit, now you see gray. And it doesn't make a difference if you have a 20,000 to 1 or 50,000 to 1 contrast, you're not going to get it. That's literally like trying to get water out of a stone. It's just not going to happen. So this is why when I tell you in demonstrations that a gray screen or white screen will never give you that contrast level, even if you have a projector that has amazing capabilities of giving you that 5,000, giving that 20,000, so forth, you're not going to get it. It's just not going to happen. Period. At all. And you just spent money for an option on your projector that you will never use. And there you are. That's the Dark Star 9. Now, also to keep in mind that a Dark Star 9, and not to put the company down in any way, for a 100-inch would cost you somewhere between, you can probably get it for $2,800 now. Our screen paint that produces a 100% contrast level is at $298. So you consider $298 versus about $2,500 to $3,000. Okay, let's see. I thought I had tape in here, but I don't have the tape in here. I don't know why. I thought I had it in here. I have you know what this is right here? That symbol stands for? This is Seymour AV. They have a screen called Matinee Black. It's a Matinee Black surface right here. And then I know I got to clean them up a little bit. This right here is a DMP Supernova. A DMP Supernova is for the Blade or Infinity would cost you $5,000 for a 100-inch. I think this one in here is a Matinee Black also. I will be back in a few minutes. I'm going to figure out exactly what I just did with my tape because I have lost it. And I wanted to show you this. Oh, here's, I found it. I wanted to show you this yesterday, but I figured since I got you on camera now, I'll show you. So when somebody sits there and says to me, hey, test it against high screen. So instead of you spending $3,000 for a screen or $4,000 or $5,000 for a screen, and the screens that will cost you that much money, this is what our technology does, and it produces a better contrast level. All right, so let's grab, while we're in here, we are going to grab the Matinee Black, okay? Just turn to the side. Trust me, you do not want to see what I look like. I will give you nightmares for years. Your kids will have nightmares. All right, let's go. All right. The Matinee Black. And there we are. Seymour AV's Matinee Black. All right. I'll be right back. Now, as I said before, well, we'll get to that topic too also. Hold on. Let's try, I'm back again. Let's try this right here. Now, this right here is a screen paint that I showed you how to make. I told you that all gray screen paint reacts the same way. There's no difference. If I take this gray screen and I hit it with a 4K projector, it's going to produce a beautiful image because it's a 4K projector hitting it. If I hit it with a knockoff projector, it's going to look like crap. So the bottom line is that when you see demonstrations on screens like this, it has to be done in the dark. It's the only way it's going to be able to pull an image, or contrast image at that. So what we'll do is we'll take this right here. All right, this is the screen paint, and I'll tell you how to make it. Very simple. We used to make it back in the day. All of them are made the same way. If you want to write this down, it's up to you. It is bare silver screen. Now keep in mind the base just has to be gray. That's all. So you can use bullseye primer. You can use 2 teaspoons of black into white paint. The base just has to be gray. Any form of hobby glitter. Any form of hobby glitter you could think of. Doesn't make a difference. It's not going to make a difference because you won't see it. And silver Metallica paint. That's it. And they'll all react the same way. Now, you see the cheap screen paint here. You look at the Dark Star 9 laying against cheap paint. Keep in mind that when you buy an Elite screen, right? If you buy their white screens are always cheap. The lighter the screen, the more less expensive the screen. So if you go out and get yourself a Firehawk G4, it is going to be less expensive than getting a darker screen. All darker screens are going to cost more. Some people never heard of the Elite Dark Star 9. It's one of their flat. Most people, when they see Elite screens, they see the white ones. White one for about 100 inches will probably cost you maybe 300, maybe 400. But if you went and got the silver version of it, which would be a Gray Cinema 5D, now you're talking about $1,200, $1,300. Now the Dark Star 9, because it's darker, it pulls a better contrast level. It has more advancements in ambient lights. That screen would cost you $2,500 to $3,000 for a 100-inch. Because anybody who gets a sample of that Dark Star 9 and puts it against a white screen or a light gray screen is going to see the difference in contrast, the difference in color pop. They're going to see the difference. That's why they'll spend $3,000 for that screen, because against a gray screen, they think they're seeing black levels. Now, on our technology, the screen's not black. It pulls up gray. I turn this to the side because you don't want to see what I look like. There you go. Now, that's what a $3,000 screen looks like on our technology. It comes up gray, not black. Now you want to see something funny? Okay, interesting. Just grab this right here. This is a piece of material that I got from a fabric store. It's felt. It's like the kind of design that kids use for arts and crafts. All right. Now you see that screen paint over there? Watch this. Do 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 do. Only problem is you can't get this in the size of the screen. It's not going to happen. Same thing. Can't pull contrast. Let's try if we do. What about dark gray screen paint? Very, very dark gray. Now you know how this is made? This is made the same way like that, as in using a couple of teaspoons of black, but all you add is more black to this one. So you actually get 5 tablespoons or teaspoons of black to make it darker. Only thing black does for screen paint, pretty much when it comes to light gray screen paint, all it does is just basically just add more contrast to it. They try to add more contrast to it, and they say you're going to get a black level. Now keep in mind, we had a gray screen called the titanium black silver, and I told you in the demonstrations when I did the side by side, that would never match a black screen. All right, so let's come over here. We'll turn this to the side, and we'll bring up. So we got room here. All right, so we got the dark gray screen. Still does not pull up contrast. You have to sit in the dark in order to pull contrast. This is why when you watch demonstrations on gray screens and light gray screens, the environments are always dark, because that's the only way the screen can pull up a decent contrast level. Light projection at all, period. Now, that screen you're seeing right here in the center, now you see it? So people sit there and say, I don't want to sit in the dark with my friends and family, and I don't want to watch TV in the dark. Well, that's where you're going to be at. There you go. If you put on any light, let's just put on a little bit of light. Just a little bit of light in the environment, just a lamp. There you go. But I have a 20,000 to 1 projector. Doesn't mean jack. You're not going to use it. All right, so turn this to the side real quick. Let's take the darkest screen, which we have here, which is the dark screen paint. Put this in the middle of our screen right here and here, right there and there. Now, that right there is a dark screen paint mix. Let's go over to I can never find this one I want. It's like never there. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Frank Sinatra, people. Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. Can't get into the, I think say 4K fish or 4K flowers. Look at those flowers. Look at those flowers. You know what's interesting about this? It's a gray screen. It's a black screen. So the gray screen is pulling up a white level. Black screen is pulling up a white level that's literally so high that it's basically blending in with a gray screen. But they're two different tones. But the gray screen can't pull contrast. So you can do a star field demonstration. You can do a background night sky. Gray screen cannot pull contrast. But a black screen can pull contrast, and it can pull, our technology can pull a high enough white level to be able to blend in with the gray screen. So some people feel that if I make the screen paint darker, I can basically pull up true black levels. No, you can't. You're just going to get a gray screen. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to see. Now, if I come from here, let's see. A little bit more. And the screen is supposed to pull a higher white level because it's lighter than my screen. And look how high the white levels are on the black technology. Keep in mind, there was supposed to be where our technology was supposed to be so dark that you couldn't see the screen. That's what I found interesting. All right, so as you can see, our screen pulls up very good white levels, but if we go into oh, that's beautiful. Look at that right there. I wonder how much it would cost to get one of those. You see how the image is faded? I had somebody ask me about how do you get a white level to pull from a black screen. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So we have to have a screen. When you develop the Supreme 8, it has to have the ability to be able to pull a high enough white level where the image does not come out dirty. And as I said before, many times in my demonstrations, that a black screen will never, ever have the ability to equal a white screen. Gray screens can produce contrast just a little bit more than a white screen. But a white screen will always have a higher white level than any other screen because it produces a straight white level. But when it comes to a black screen, people think it's contrast that's important. A black screen is automatically going to pull contrast. The most important thing for a black screen to be able to pull is a white level because it has to show a bright, beautiful image. If the image comes out too dirty, you will see it. But anytime it comes to a white level, any screen that's brighter than a black screen will always produce a white level, a higher white level. The difference between our technology is we can produce a white level that you won't even miss it. Now, as we're looking at this, come out of here. And we'll do the test. Let's come out of this one real quick. gotta go eat, man. I haven't eaten anything all day today, and I'm like really freaking super hungry. I think one of these days I'm going to drop the money and get myself a barcode projector. You ever seen these things? Are gigantic. They're like mini refrigerators. Now, like I said, this demonstration is a black test. The background has to come up in black. So people think in that demonstration it's the flowers. It's not the flowers. The background has to come up in black. See it now? And that's a dark gray screen. So if a dark gray screen is not pulling contrast and the color looks faded on a dark gray screen, what do you think is going to happen if you put a light gray screen up there? Let's do this one. Alright, so let's turn this to the side real quick, because I can see you're not getting any contrast from that at all, period. Take this down. Like I said, if you're going to go to root, and you're basically going to do light gray screen, just make it yourself. Now this right here is called a contrast test. In this demonstration, they show a night sky, city background. Everything in this environment is supposed to be black. Well, you know, dark contrast. If the black screen wasn't there, you would think you were seeing black. And in the back of your mind, because you're pushing up the levels on your projector to deepen the contrast levels, you actually think that you're getting black. So if you're getting black, and this is what you think you're actually getting, why does the image change when you turn the lights on? You will chalk that up by saying that that's the ambient light fading out the image. That's the excuse behind it. So the reason why I can't get that same picture quality with the lights on is because there's too much light in the environment and it's fading out the image. So what do you do next? You go out and you get yourself a projector with more lumens in it, because you figure the more lumens you have in the projector, you'll be able to obtain your picture quality and your contrast. That's not the problem. The problem is your screen. Your screen can't produce contrast and it can't produce ambient light rejection technology. Because I can turn my lights on, and my screen is still going to be to produce the same image. The same black background. Now keep in mind, my projector is 4300 lumens. So at 4300 lumens, if your screen can't show up and with a black background with all this light hitting the screen, then that just shows you that your contrast is failing miserably. Let's try That's definitely not going to come up on this screen, no way in the world. Oh, fireworks display. That's a good one. Now you see where my screen overlaps my screen? You see that bottom area? That's the white wall on 4300 lumens. That light screen you see in the center, that's light gray screen paint on 4300 lumens. These are just color tests. These are all color tests that are done. The only thing you'll be able to pick up on a light gray screen are white levels. That's pretty much it. Everything else is going to come up faded. Let's go to, take this out, clear, and we'll bring up the color red. Now this is just straight red. That's all it is. That's why you got to calibrate your projector when you have a gray screen, because it's not picking up color. Let's take the lights out. Blue. We all know that. Lights on. Lights off. On blue. Black screens make color pop, so you get more vivid, more brighter, more depth to your color. Can't get that from a light gray screen. Okay. Let's turn to the side real quick. So it just goes to show you that how faded your colors are when you're watching them with the lights out. Against the screen right now, we have the Elite Dark Star 9. That's Elite Darkstar 9 3000. So you think I'm not fooling you? There you go. Lights on, lights off. Do you know how much money would Elite would offer me if I integrated my black technology into one of their screens? Do you have any idea what that screen would probably cost you? And people sit there and say that my product costs too much. I have companies that want to integrate my technology into their screens. That screen wouldn't even cost you anywhere near $2,000 or $3,000. Probably close to maybe about 6-7 grand easily. I don't choose to do that because I don't think it's fair that somebody has to go out and spend $5,000 for a projection screen because it's just downright crazy. Why can't the average Joe enjoy a nice screen in his living room without it costing him thousands and thousands of dollars? Why do you have to go through calibrating your projector? A lot of people can't calibrate their projectors. People don't consider that when they tell people, oh, you got to go calibrate your projector. Some people don't know how to calibrate a projector. They just want something simple, something they can come in, turn the lights on, watch a game, watch some movies, have all the lights on, enjoy their environment. And everybody has a dedicated theater room in their house. Some people are using these screens in their living rooms. They're using them in their rec rooms. They don't want to be in the dark. They don't want to have a screen that's going to wash out and fade. So I can sit here in the dark and I can show you a blue level on our black technology that's pushing out a nice, dark, rich blue, but yet you have cheap screen paint over here and you got a $3,000 projection screen over here. And the first thing they're going to say is, well, you're going to have to calibrate your projector. A lot of people don't want to calibrate their projector. They just want something that's going to be easy and simple. That's all they want. Now, the Darkstar 9 has a 0.9 gain. Our screen paint is called Supreme 8. Using technology, gain times 8. You kind of do the math on that one. Let's go over and let's pull up. We didn't do the red yet, so we did different colors here. See how faded the colors are coming up? There's purple. Gives you a whole lot to think about, doesn't it? I don't even want to go into angle gains because some of these screens don't work with ultra short throw. So you have to buy a special screen from them in order to run it on ultra short throw. A lot of people don't realize that not every screen runs on ultra short throw. Some screens require a special screen to run ultra short throw. So you're going to have to spend more money if you own an ultra short throw. With our technology, it's not a problem. It's ultra short throw and long throw, which means you can use an ultra short throw or you can use a long throw. It doesn't make a difference. You don't have to have a special screen. You can use the same screen that you have in your living room on a short throw or long throw. So let's go. We're going to go to red because we didn't do red, and that's wrong on the Darkstar 9. So that's what we'll do. Hold on for a minute. Let me come in here and just clear this out real quick. All right, we'll clear it out, and we'll put the color red in. Yeah, but I haven't sold out due to the fact that, like I said, I don't think it's fair. When people come at me and say, hey, look, your screen paint's expensive. Well, you don't know I've tested my screen paint against some of them very expensive projection screens. That's how my screen paint had that value on it. Because I can come to you and show you that, look, I can beat a $3,000 screen. There we are in red. Lights out. Look at the picture quality on our on our black technology versus on a Elite Dark Star 9, which is a very dark screen. It's much darker than that light screen paint. So when people say, "Oh, I'm not getting a good deal," yeah, you got two choices: either our technology, or you want to get that kind of technology. You have to spend money for it. Screens are not cheap. You will never see an Elite screen or any screen on Amazon that's dark gray that won't cost you a couple $1,000 or cost you over $800. There's no. I'm gonna tell you right now. You think I'm joking? Check for yourself. Do the research. I've done it already. There are no dark gray screens out there, and I mean projection screens, fixed frame screens that you're going to get for $300. Doesn't exist. Some of them won't even work with ultra sure throw. You sure enough ain't taking it outside, because that's definitely not going to happen. We got technology here that you can take outside. You can watch your screens at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the evening, when most white screens have to fire up at 10 and 12 in order for them to produce an image. You don't have to worry about, because your projector's ultra short, though it's compatible. You can paint just about any surface you can think of. You can go to eBay right now and buy yourself a $68 motorized projection screen and turn it into a $3,000 screen. Think about it. So if somebody sits there and says, well, I can get a cheaper product with a light gray screen paint, well, that's what you're getting. The only problem is you can't see it because there's not black technology standing behind it. So why do you think big companies like Black Diamond and all the other companies were contacting me? That's why. Their colors don't pop. And the projector I got behind me is not a toy. It's 4,300. It's not 4K, but it's 4,300 lumens, 1920 by 1200 WXGA. It's a Sony. Now, if I can't get this projector to pull a color off that, then what do you think will happen if you have something lower than the projector I have I'm using right now? And you forget about 4K, because that's not going to pop up on the screen. But that's what they sell you on. That's what you get. So I can be in a fully lit environment and I can see bright red. And they'll chalk it up by saying you got to calibrate your projector. I'm not calibrating jack. All right, let's go over to, let's see, 10-hour paint. There you go. It gives you something to think about. It does. It's a shame that some people think it's their projectors that are doing this. It's nothing wrong with your projector. It's your screen. There's nothing wrong with your projector. It is your screen. You shouldn't have to calibrate your projector. Some people feel that their lumen count's not high enough, so they go and they spend more money for more lumens. So like it's their contrast ratio, so they spend more money. Some people think it's between the 1080p and 4K, and that's going. No, it's literally your screen. That's what's doing it. There's nothing wrong with your projector. I can take an old projector from 1999 that's a piece of garbage, and I can put it against there, and I can still get the same results. There's nothing wrong with the projector. It's your screen. Unless it's a knockoff, then yeah, there's something wrong with your projector. But other than that, like I said, I tell people, you're not getting what you think you're getting from your projector. You're only getting probably 50, 60%. So you do all that research, and you go out here, and you spend all this money, and you get this. The images don't even pop. And like I said, that's an Elite Dark Star 9 sitting right over there. Those of you who are just coming in and you don't believe me, they'll tell you when you call them, well, I got this projector and the colors are not popping right. What should I do? And they'll tell you that here, we'll send you a calibration disc so you can calibrate your projector so you can get the colors just right. You don't have to calibrate your projector. And I keep explaining to people, look, man, and I've said this many times before, when there is no such thing as a gray screen and all the screens are white, that's where calibrating projectors came from. All right, let's go over here to, we got all these different things going over here, different colors and stuff. Let me see. Do a fireplace. We can do a fireplace. We can do a fireplace in a while. This is a bigger wake-up call. Look at this. You see how bright our technology is, our black screens are? Now, it just shows you how high the white levels are in our technology. Like I said, look at the screen. We got a light gray and we have a dark star 9. So if our screens didn't pull a high enough white level, then this would be straight dark around. This would be like the lighter screens. Man, I really got to eat something. I am so hungry right now. No, you don't want to hear that. I think the darkest sample I have over here, out of all the samples you can, those of you who want to keep buying these cheap fake knockoff projectors, I found my other projector. Remember these right here? They were bragging and boasting how these projectors were so amazing. Yeah, we're going to do some demonstrations on that one too. I thought I left it. There we go. This projector, I bought this off eBay, was claiming to be around 5,000 lumens. All right, we're going to test that one out too today. Well, not today, but you're going to be getting that. All right. Let's do really quick before I bail out of here. Let's go to what is it? They have a black. No. I know what it is. It's the OLED black test. I think it's the OLED 4K test. This is what it is. I got this demonstration that's just straight, nothing but black contrast. If I can find it. That's interesting. There's that one. I'm not sure. You know what? I've been here long enough on this one. Let's take you downstairs. I think some of y'all been dying to see that screen I got downstairs, which is that that transparent screen. Take that with me downstairs. It's kind of hot in that room. Yep, excuse me downstairs, it's a bit messy. I'm getting ready for Christmas. I'm getting there. I'm gonna wash dishes too.